Bruno's Guitar Garage with the fan on, because I just can't do it, man. Right, so today we have this. Guitar goes in here, into that, and then to the front of the amp, which is a Marshall Origin 50. So that's my guitar signal. The effects loop comes through here, gets muted here, then goes delay, reverb, and back into the effects return. So all we're doing today is sort of talking about what you're hearing when I do videos. This is a radial tonebone plexi tube. It says Hot British Distortion. Yep, okay, sweet. Right, what does it do? Got everything on. Just so you know, I'm playing the Explorer with Damazios in it. La-di-da. Actually, you know what? Fuck it, let's just turn everything off. This is the unadulterated sound. We'll go from the start. This is a Ckk Gears Compressor, which is touted as a Ross clone. This is usually always on for me, just to keep everything in check. You know, just scooch it down a wee bit. When I make videos of shit, this is off. It doesn't do much, realistically speaking. So it does fuck all. It's just there to even things out just a wee bit. This is a weird 15 amp AC, not DC, 15 amp, idiot. 15 volt thing with it's got a single valve in it, which sits right there, where it says 12AX7 tube drive. And it is effectively a Marshall in a box. And it's just what the doctor ordered. Should I put that back on? Two channels, so that's my usual, that's what you're going to hear 80% of the time when I chuck some drive on. That's the lead channel. We don't need that very often. So if I turn that off, we'll go into the effects loop now with a tuner. You can't hear anything. Now I have this here, so that if I turn the delay on, I can hit the tuner, mute the guitar, and still have the delay go, which is kind of cool if you've got everything on. Because it mutes all the shit, all the bloody, all the hiss and noise and all that carry on you get from, well, never mind, they're actually quite quiet, but, you know, the thought was there, right? So, first in the effects loop is the big muff. On the guitar, both the controls are wide open. Now it doesn't do much. It's this is kind of funny. These controls aren't set anywhere. I just sort of plonk the knobs on to be annoying. So I'm not relying on where the knob actually is, I'm relying on my ears. So the tone is as far up as it'll go. I think the volume's about as loud as it'll go. And there is next to no gain in it. There's not a lot of gain there. It's really just, it's a bit of fun sometimes with single coils and lower output guitars, just to give it a little bit more. Just a bit more, mate. But when you add it to this, it's a bit of a mid boost. And it's just a little bit more, it's just seasoning, man, just a little bit of, just a skosh of salt and pepper. Biggest pet peeve I have with this is backwards. It says true bypass and the light is on, that means it's in bypass mode. Oops. So if it's backwards. I mean, it makes sense, but it's also backwards, and it's, really guys, come on. Anyway, over to the DD20, which someone has so courteously painted for me. It's actually pretty cool. I don't know how much of that you can see from there, but it's like psychedelic, hand done, and there's a bit of Australian Aboriginal dot art going on there, which is quite cool. That's also just a little bit of seasoning on the top there. I don't have to lay on all the time, but it's helpful. And I have it bleeding into this thing, which is going to be upside down for you lot. How cool is that? This is a TC Electronic Sky Surfer, which is a bit of a weird name, but I mean, TC makes some pretty wicked shit. This one was very good value. It has a spring, a plate, and a Hall option. So you can be the Beach Boys or Joy Division or a black metal group. You can't lose. My only gripe is that the mix control starts really early and it gets really thick really quickly. So this is decay. That's up quite high because I like a long reverb. We'll just crank it all the way up. I'll put mix just facing this knob so it's barely at 9 o'clock. That's a lot of reverb. So if I put the mix at halfway, you're basically drowning in the Velvet Underground. If you crank it all the way up, it gets kind of weird, which is kind of cool also. Yeah, that's a bit of a mess, let's be realistic. So that's how you make organ noises. So I have it actually really quite low. That's on the spring setting, so let's just for a bit of a laugh, let's go to plate. quite pleasant, but let's turn that down. Bit much. Tone right up? Nah, too much. Now what I'm trying to do here is get the delay to just sort of bleed into the reverb. That sounds a bit arse. That doesn't work so good. Oh god, what have I done? Should mention that the DD20 has actually had a fair few gins in its time. So if I put it on the modulate setting, it's on the dual setting. If I put it on smooth, what do we get? That's the analog setting. If I put it back on dual where it was, that's on modulate there. If I go over to analog, no analog delay is that bright, so what the fuck's it doing? If you know what my DD20 is up to, please let me know. But anyway, just thought I'd show you what's going on. You've been watching Bruno's Guitar Garage with the Explorer and things that I do videos through. Good job, you made it.